You can feel it in the New England air, the familiar feeling of the NFL playoffs. We are 30 miles from Boston on a 36-degree, breezy night in Foxborough, where after a 6-year wait, the playoffs return to Gillette Stadium, home of the AFC East champion, New England Patriots. They're led by their second-year quarterback, Drake May, taking on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers in this AFC wild card game. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark down on the field for this 2-7 matchup in the AFC playoffs. What a story, Chris, for New England this year. 10 more wins than last year. They won 14 games, equal the best turnaround in league history. Their coach, a former Patriots Super Bowl champion player, Mike Vrabel, and their quarterback in year 2, Drake May. But how does May do as he meets the playoffs for the first time tonight?
It's the last box to check for Drake May, don't you think? He really is a deserving MVP candidate. I think the question is, just how good is this young man? He might be really good. We won't know until we see him play for that Lombardi, but a win tonight and let that hype train begin.
On the other side, here come the Chargers. 11 wins in year 2 for Jim Harbaugh. Another wild card for Jim Harbaugh. How do they come on the road and pull the upset here tonight?
Well, remember, the Chargers have a top 5 defense. They were the best road defense over the last 2 years. But to win tonight, Justin Herbert has to be the best player on the field, period. Now, we've all seen it before. He certainly is capable. Now we need to see it in the playoffs.
One of these quarterbacks is going to get his first playoff win, and one of these teams get their first playoff win in 7 years. The Broncos and the Bills are waiting. Who will join them in the AFC Final Four? It's the Patriots and the Chargers, the AFC wild card, next on NBC.
NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 60, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's been a great one so far. We continue with Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon. The 2-7 matchup in the AFC, the 5th playoff meeting between the Patriots and the Chargers. Earlier, Melissa Stark with the Pats QB, Drake May.
Drake, making your playoff debut at home in this atmosphere.
Yeah.
What excites you most about a game like this?
Yeah, I think playing in front of our home crowd, playing with the guys, another chance at home, go out there, have some fun, relax, and come out with the win.
4-13 last season to hosting a home playoff game. What's been the difference with this team?
I think playing to our identity, playing our identity. We love playing for each other. We love playing for Coach Vrabel, and we just have fun out there. That's what I told him tonight. Have some fun. Do what we've been doing all season.
You're facing one of the best defenses in the NFL. What's the biggest challenge?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good all around. We got be on track on first, second down, and go in there, have some fun, and just rely on each other.
Have a great night.
Hey guys, go Pats.
All eyes on the second-year quarterback. This is the second AFC wildcard game. Earlier today, Buffalo wins at Jacksonville late, so that means New England will host the winner of the Pittsburgh-Houston game if they win. If the Chargers win, they will go to top-seeded Denver next weekend in the divisional round. We got a couple of head coaches who have played for these teams. Jim Harbaugh ended his 14-year career as a Chargers quarterback, has them in the playoffs for the 2nd straight season. Mike Vrabel winning the division here in year 1 as the Patriots head coach after he played here 8 years and winning 3 of the franchise's 6 Super Bowls. And it's been a lot of nostalgia and kicking off that dust for Patriot fans here this week. It has been a minute, as the kids like to say, since the Pats last won a playoff game. Super Bowl 53 back in February of 2019. It's been that long for the Chargers, too. Their last playoff win, January of 2019, that same playoff. So a lot of folks who haven't seen a playoff win in a while, somebody's going to see one tonight.
Feels a little bit like Back to the Future for me, coming back here for a playoff game. It has been a little while, but the energy from everybody that we have talked to in town this week, it means something to the people of New England.
No doubt. The Chargers won the toss. They defer the option in the second half, so these Patriots fans are going to see Drake May and the New England offense on the field first. Weather always a story late in the year, not as windy as it was in the Philadelphia game many of you just watched. We're at 36 right now. Feels like 28. There is a front coming through. It might carry a snow squall, probably not, but the winds could pick up later in the game. Right now, breezy, I think you'd call it. The wind just over 10 miles per hour. So Dicker the kicker, Cameron Dicker, who's had a terrific season for the Chargers. He is going to kick off, come over for a word, a last special teams word before he sends it away. Patriots going to send back Efton Chisholm, who's done a really nice job finding a role the last couple of games, and Dearness Johnson. What a weekend it's been. The games have been unbelievable. Every second of playoff action this weekend has been this Sunday has been a one-score game. Let's see what's in store in the 2-7 matchup here in the AFC. It's taking Deion Henley for a ride to the 36-yard line. Handed the ball from Drake May. What a season, number 2. Second team All-Pro behind Matthew Stafford in the same order that they are with the odds makers for the MVP voting. He led the league in completion percentage, and is so rare for a young player. Third in TD passes for the number 3 pick of the 2024 draft. NBC's Wildcard Playoff is brought to you by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL. Let's go places. By Instacart for one less Sunday scary. We're here. By DraftKings Sportsbook and by Intuit TurboTax. Now this is taxes. And these are 2 guys coaching their team. Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, through the years. Players, good players, championships at different levels. And here they are head-to-head for the first time. And gets the first down. So Herbert, another season of overcoming for him, I guess you could say. Good numbers, despite being sacked all those times I talked about. 54 for him. This is playoff game number 3 for the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft, seeking playoff win. Number 1. It made the play. Patriots have a long field to go to start their own 7. If Bostonians are not here, they're in front of a TV because the Pats are back in the postseason tonight. Chris, say hi to all your friends down there. Tonight's 4K Skycam coverage is delivered by Walmart Plus. We walk through the stands and come up to the field before the game. Happy to have you back here in Foxborough.
They haven't forgotten a thing, I'll say that.
Forced it on him this year.
Yeah, and, you know, we heard Stephon Diggs say a little bit, they'd like to see him a little angrier sometime, but I think with a young player, you want him to feel the leadership come to him. You know what leadership is? It's making plays. You make plays, people are going to follow you out there, and he's made plenty of plays.
Tonight's playoff sites are provided by Nationwide. Down in Boston, look at the Fens. Winter at Fenway. But we will be there later on in 2026, Sunday Night Baseball, which starts in March. In June, have the Yankees-Red Sox game. In August, the Giants-Red Sox game. At the Fens, one-time home of the Patriots back in the 60s. 3-0. Quiet night in the library in Boston. Not here in Foxborough. NBC's Wildcard Playoff is brought to you by Hyundai. Welcome to more of the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. By the Farmer's Dog, real food made fresh, delivered. By Tremfya. And by BetMGM, make it legendary. Talking about these AFC playoff games over the years with the Chargers and the Patriots. Long time of ownership for Dean Spanos on the left of the Chargers and Robert Kraft with the New England Patriots. Very proud night for Robert, son Jonathan, the entire Kraft group. The 50th Patriots playoff game in their wonderful, successful ownership of this franchise. 60th in the franchise's history. This wildcard weekend powered by Verizon concludes tomorrow night. Texans, Steelers, 8:15 Eastern. That'll be on ESPN and ABC. And then the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax kick off next weekend. They're the times so you can plan your weekend. 4:30 and 8 on Saturday Eastern Time. 3 and 6:30 on Sunday. All across the networks, NBC and Peacock, CBS, Fox, ESPN, and ABC. They say in the local, in the business, check your local listings. Find out when and where those games will be played. Rams at Chicago, San Francisco at Seattle. The NFC is set. Congratulations to the Niners for their win in Philadelphia tonight. Chisholm, the return for the Patriots, going sidelines, taken down. 25-yard line. Good coverage so far by by the Chargers. Hassan Haskins, the tackle there. It's considered the league's most prestigious honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizing the players who have their passion to impact lives extend beyond the game. There are the winners for each team. Cameron Dicker, Hunter Henry, Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year winner, going to be announced at NFL Honors Thursday night of Super Bowl week, February 5th. Have it for you here on NBC at 9 Eastern and on NFL Network as well. Great work in their communities and some international work as well for Hunter Henry. At the 8-yard line. 3 and 10, 23 till halftime. Great look at the old State House down in Boston. All even at 3 down here in Foxborough. Three weeks of basketball on NBC. The Lakers and the Knicks, two teams loved up here in New England. And the Thunder and the Nuggets, it's a terrific double dip to get us going. The debut of Sunday Night Basketball on NBC and Peacock. That was Cambridge Original Latin playing Lowell. Patrick Ewing's alma mater, little high school hoops in New England for you.
Coming up on the Toyota Halftime, the key moments from 4 epic games this weekend, and I'll talk with Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. Mike?
All right, Maria, Seattle ready to host next week. With a win, the Chargers go to the #1 seed here in the AFC. That's Denver. It'll be the third meeting between those teams. The Patriots, if they win, they'll be here in Foxborough next weekend, and they'll wait for tomorrow night to find out if it'll be Houston or Pittsburgh coming to New England. 6 seconds left. I said to you in a break, this feels like both teams are trying to figure out what the plan is that's going to work, because you come in with all the options, right? In a playoff game. What are you reading here so far?
So far, it has been exactly that, and it's really come down to not much open in the passing game. We saw May have a little bit on that one drive down the field, but I really thought that for New England, they were running the football pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come back to that. But for the Chargers, Justin Herbert has to get unleashed here a little bit. He has to play a little bit the way that we're seeing May with some of those runs.
Have to an end. So the Chargers will get the ball to start the second half. 2 field goals for New England in the second quarter, 1 for the Chargers, the only scoring. And here's Melissa with Mike Fraber.
Mike, what have you liked from Drake May in his playoff debut?
Well, I mean, I think we had the turnover there, but tip ball, I like that he's not, that he's taking care of the football other than that tip ball. He's been able to use his legs to get us in position to score. We just have to finish in the red zone.
And your defense has not allowed this Chargers offense to get into a rhythm. How do you continue that?
Well, we're just going to have to be able to get some pressure. We've created some second and long opportunities. We haven't done a great job, but we got, showed a little signs of life there at the end.
Mike, thanks.
Thank you.
What a playoff day. 10 straight quarters of one-possession games nonstop, including this one. Toyota halftime now, and here's Maria Taylor.
Appreciate it, Mike. Coming up on the Toyota Halftime, a wild record-setting first 4 games of the playoffs, just like you mentioned. And I get a chance to talk to Mike McDonald, head of the 49ers and Seahawks next weekend.
Tonight's first half coverage is presented by Progressive.
After a 6-year wait, the playoffs return to Gillette Stadium.
Win tonight and let that hype train begin.
Go lay it off with your brother, man. The AFC wild card on NBC.
Get ready to go.
May deflected. It's Henley with the interception.
Wow.
Going for it. End zone throw. No! The Patriots hold.
Get ready to go.
Progressive, insurance for coverage you can count on.
To the second half of the 2-7 game of the AFC, 6-3 New England on top. Tonight's wild card storylines are powered by AWS. First postseason game without a touchdown in the first half. You go back to the Ravens and Bills in the 2020 divisional round. Check the quarterbacks for Drake May, 6 of 15, it's 40%, lowest in the half in his 2-year career. The one mistake, the interception. Herbert so far pretty good. And on scrambles, May, 4 rushes, 52 yards, most in any half in his career. Those just on his scramble runs tonight, as May is the leading ball carrier with 5 for 55. That sets the table for the second half. We welcome you back to Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon. You look at downtown Boston. Fans have been used to going to playoff games. So the Bruins and the Celtics there at TD Garden. And so many, a generation grew up coming to playoff games here at Gillette Stadium. And they are back after an absence. Chargers get the ball to start the second half. Andy Borregales' kickoff is a floater picked up at the 5, and here comes Jared Patterson with the return for the Chargers across the 30 to the 31. And after the half, Melissa spoke with Jim Harbaugh.
Jim, how do you get into a rhythm on offense?
Yeah, just keep straining. You know, it's coming down. Just give Justin that extra tenth of a second, whether it's to scramble out or more time to throw. You know, just got to finish. Strain, will, grit. Trust our players. You know, trust the playmakers. Trust the ballers.
Speaking of scrambling, Drake May has picked up some key yards. How do you limit him?
Yeah, same thing. We're going to strain, finish, get him on the ground.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Air Tart stops him. Minimal gain.
All right, let's take a look at our 4K Skycam delivered by Walmart Plus, and we're going to talk about Tuli Pelotu and the night that he's had. Number 45 has been all around the pocket, whether he's getting hits or not. It has been his pressure that has really been the driving force, and we have seen this season that since they brought in Adafe Owe to team with Khalil Mack and Tuli Pelotu, that this pass rush now has become really formidable, and they've been playing those three guys together a lot tonight.
Well, New England runs on the Patriots, and it's been a caffeinated feeling this year. 10 more wins, third team to improve by 10 wins in the history of the league. And it's not the stale old stuff, it's the brand new stuff fresh out of the oven. The offense has been cooking, second in the league in points per game. That big increase, Drake May doing it all. Service at that drive-through, add those numbers up, 60, 70 plus yards, the increase in passing yards per game. Drew Bledsoe the last to do something like that. 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games powered by Verizon, AFC, NFC Stars, Flag Football Showdown. You can see it Tuesday, February 3rd, ESPN, Disney XD as well. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, saying next to the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino. Of course, the World Cup is coming to the U.S. 7 games will be played here at Gillette Stadium, including a quarterfinal, another knockout round game as well. Telemundo will have the Spanish language coverage of the FIFA World Cup coming to North America. Darius Davis on the return, chased down. Schooler, Pettis. Patriots special teams outstanding tonight.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. And Justin Herbert, he doesn't need any more power. Not when he's protected. Look at that, no pressure. 10 for 11, 93 yards. He can do whatever the heck he wants back there. But and he's under pressure. 1 for 6, sacked 2 times, and they just have been unable to get it going. I don't know if they need to have a better check down option for him, but when he is protected, it's going great, but he has not made the plays under pressure, at least so far here tonight.
Tonight's playoff sites provided by Nationwide. This is the Patriots Hall of Fame right here at Gillette Stadium. Get a look at a lot of the Hall of Fame artifacts celebrating the 6 titles as we welcome you back to Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. And off we go to quarter number 4. The winner moving on to the divisional playoffs. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the sideline. Our rules analyst Terry McCauley, who's worked 15 playoff games as a referee. Got a fine eye on this to help us out here tonight. Patriots take over at their own 20. They are up 6. As you look at Boston Harbor on this early January 9th. One a month ahead, 26 days away. Milan Cortina, the Winter Olympics, starts the Friday of the Super Bowl. And Lindsey Vonn pictured there. Unbelievable story at age 41, continuing her remarkable comeback with a knee replacement. She is still not only competing, but she's winning. Her second downhill win this year happened this weekend in Austria. One of the many stars of a terrific Team USA that we'll see on NBC. Milan Cortina in Italy. So we got a timeout. 10.5 to go here in the 4th. Celery stick, anyone?
Hey.
Sean Payton's Broncos watching. If the Chargers win, they will go there. The Patriots, if they win, will watch tomorrow night. The Texans and Steelers will host the winner of that game. Set up the divisional round. The Bills also watching with great interest as to what will happen next for them, which we'll explain in detail in the postgame. In golf, there was a term we talked about, best player not to win a major. The best quarterback not to win a playoff game in the NFL is Justin Herbert. The Jacksonville game was a big first half, then that incredible comeback that they made. The Houston game, Chris, was the 4 interceptions last year in the wild card.
It has been a nightmare in the playoffs so far for Justin Herbert, and the nightmare continues out here. Now maybe without Christian Gonzalez in the lineup, they can actually get something going.
Our friends Joe and Troy in Pittsburgh. They'll have Houston, Pittsburgh tomorrow. ESPN, ABC, 8:15. Wildcard Weekend presented by Verizon continues. Then the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Those are the dates and the times for planning purposes. Also, at the end of the game, we'll have the divisional matchups for next Saturday and Sunday. So stay through with us for that here tonight. 5:39 left, fourth quarter, 16-3. The Patriots on top. The Chargers offense, very poor effort tonight. Credit New England's defense and their pressure. They've contributed. Will end it. Timeout, Chargers. 1:43 left. It's all cosmetic now.
But what Mike Vrabel has done here has shown a real maturity of how to lead men. And in a football locker room, there are all kinds of men. Some you got to hug, some you got to kick in the shorts, some you got to scream at, some you got to love up a little bit. And I'll say, I think his time
He got bloodied. He got bloodied when Milton
so
Williams. When Milton Williams went over, he got bloodied.
He tried to kiss Milton Williams, and he's bleeding, and there's never been a happier bleeder. Watch him. He's going to go back over to Milton Williams in a minute. Watch this. He's going to say, Milton, watch. Watch what you did to me here. Oh, there it is. There it is. You want to hug a big offensive, defensive lineman like that? You're going to take it in the chops.
Well, there was a fight in the preseason when they were working with other teams, and he jumped right in there and got all bloodied. And that's Mike Vrabel, who won 3 Super Bowls in his 8 years here. When he was inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame 2 years ago, he was still the Titans head coach. He came here and said to the fans during that celebration, enjoy it, appreciate it. It's not like this everywhere. He's come back home, if you will, and he's about to lead the Patriots to a playoff win for the first time since Super Bowl 53.
Mike, that's one of the great shots of the year right there.
No doubt.
So Milton Williams gets paid $100 million, whatever the heck it was. And to top off this whole night, the first playoff win, you're going over and Milton Williams pops you in the lip. And look how happy Mike Vrabel is. He goes, yeah, you popped my lip. It's bleeding everywhere. I love you. And that's what he's turned into. He's the heavy. He's also the guy that can make them laugh. And he's the guy that can make those personal connections. It's probably going to make him Coach of the Year.
There he is, bloody lip and all, to shake hands with a guy like Jim Harbaugh who would do the same kind of thing. As the Patriots are going to get a playoff win, Justin Herbert will fall to 0-3 in his playoff career. Got the guts, got the talent. Things just continue not to break his way. And Drake May, welcome to the winner's circle in the postseason. He's won his first playoff game here in New England. The 2 seed is moving on. We'll have the Chevrolet postgame coming up. We'll listen with the stars of the game, the wild card storylines. We'll have the schedule, find out where we're all going on divisional weekend next weekend. The matchups of those games coming up for you on the Chevrolet postgame. Super Bowl 53 was February 3rd, 2019. The Patriots beat the Rams 13-3 in Atlanta. It's the last time New England won a playoff game until tonight. Drake May getting it done for this New England team in his playoff debut. 268 yards passing, 66 yards rushing. That touchdown to Hunter Henry, the only TD of the game. Under siege, Justin Herbert sacked 6 times, including Milton Williams, who took it out on the quarterback of the opposing team and the head coach of his own team. Bloodied, but not beaten. The Patriots move on for Justin Herbert and the Chargers, an 11-win season in injuries all around. It ends in the same disappointment. Jim Harbaugh has turned things around with the Chargers. 2 years, 2 11-win seasons, 2 wild card berths. But it ends here tonight for the Chargers. The Patriots and Mike Vrabel, part of the Final 8 in the NFL playoffs. Chevrolet postgame after these messages.
Welcome to the Chevrolet postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
So the 2 seed in the AFC, just like the 2 seed in the NFC, Chicago last night, protect home field and earn another home playoff game. New England eliminates the Los Angeles Chargers 16-3 tonight in Foxborough to move on to the divisional playoffs. Okay, so here are the divisional matchups for next weekend. These are the matchups. The times aren't married, but we have dates. Buffalo in Denver Saturday. San Francisco in Seattle Saturday. The games are 4:30 and 8 o'clock Eastern time. The league will announce who will play in which time slot and what televising network you'll have after tomorrow night's final wildcard game between Houston and Pittsburgh. Sunday, the Rams and Bears, who both played yesterday, will play on Sunday in Chicago at Soldier Field. And the Patriots will be right back here to play the winner of the Houston-Pittsburgh game tomorrow night. And same as the other, those games, 3 and 6:30 Eastern. We don't know which one is at which time. That will be announced tomorrow after the Houston-Pittsburgh game. That's how divisional weekend presented by Intuit TurboTax will line up. Our players of the game tonight here in Foxborough: Drake May winning his playoff debut, the former Charger Hunter Henry with a touchdown catch, and Kaylavon Chason leading that 6-sack effort for the defense, and Melissa standing by with some of the stars of this night.
Drake, I'm going to start with you because you get the win in your playoff debut in front of this crowd. Can you describe what this experience was like for you?
Yeah, how about that defense, man? Congrats to the defense. What a night. It was so fun to watch. Props to the fans. That was a great environment. I got these big boys behind me. We're missing a couple, but these guys, man, I'm rocking with them anytime. Anytime, any place. Looking forward to be back at home next week. It was a great win.
Yeah, congratulations to all you guys. You got it done through the air, but also on the ground. How are you so effective using your legs?
Yeah, these guys do a great job creating lanes. Try to keep my eyes downfield, and these guys do a good job of building. I probably missed some guys downfield that I wish I had back, but hey, it's part of it. Great wins. Props to the defense. Like I said, man, that was fun to watch.
And how about Hunter, the lone touchdown of the night against your former team? How special is this one?
It's very special. Gosh, what an environment. Juices were flowing early for sure. The boys were ready. It was an exciting night.
What's this team capable of?
I mean, we're just going to take it 1 week at a time, but we love playing with each other. I love playing with these guys, man. I love competing with these guys. I love building with these guys, so it's just a lot of fun.
Awesome. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you guys. Go fast.
Love that we got Hunter Henry there at the touchdown, and Mike Vrabel's waiting for everybody on that team. That's what he does every game. He waits for all those guys, give them a hug. Playoff wins are special. Hunter Henry told us on Friday when we were here for practice, 136 regular season games, just 2 playoff games. Josh McDaniels dialed up the play that led to his touchdown. Special, it's hard to get here, and they got the win.
I'll tell you one thing, he's keeping his lip out of those hugs.
Well, nobody's helmeted, so he's got a chance, right? Patriots win. They're back here next weekend for a playoff game. Time now for your Peacock Picks of the Week. Step into a world of suspicion, hidden agendas, and shifting alliances with the reality competition, The Traitors. Then watch Simu Liu in the Copenhagen Test, that gripping new spy thriller. Get ready for a full night of hoops. Peacock NBA Monday comes your way tomorrow night as the Celtics are on the road taking on the Eastern champion Pacers, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Find all of it on Peacock. 16-3, the Patriots win to wrap up this wild card Sunday, which we'll look back at after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet postgame.
Tirico, it's Hoda. I'm right here in St. Louis, and I'm so excited because I am with the newly minted USA figure skating team. We are going to the Olympics, and I think this may be the best team the United States has ever sent. Do y'all agree? I would say so. All right, Tirico, we're going to have a whole thing tomorrow morning on Today. Back to you, Tirico.
Wow, that's impressive. Thank you, Team USA, named earlier today. And Hoda, can't wait to see all the coverage For the Olympics, it's starting less than 4 weeks. They start the weekend of the Super Bowl that we'll be at. Now we're down to 9 teams that are alive to get there. In the NFC playoffs, how about that Bears win last night over the Packers? The Rams beating the Panthers, and today the Niners beat the Eagles. Chris, let's peek back to the 6th seed San Francisco going on the road. What a performance. Brock Purdy, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, including fourth quarter, 2 scores to Christian McCaffrey. That one put the Niners on top by 4. Eagles driving down, last chance into triple coverage. Hurts has it knocked away. There'll be a new champion in the National Football League as Shanahan, Saleh, and San Francisco keep alive their hopes of playing the Super Bowl in their home field. McCaffrey, those 66 receiving yards, so huge. 114, the 2 scores. There's always a surprise or two. We know how good San Francisco's been, but we also know how beat up they were. I know you thought this was a wow.
This was the wow. This was the one I really did not have upset written on at all. And Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh, those guys have just kept molding clay all season long, and they found a way, to win their way. You know, they walk in there and there are little altercations before the game even started. Like San Francisco did not look like they had their full fight available. Then George Kittle got hurt early in that game to go, oh boy, there's their last chance. And they just keep fighting. It's been so impressive what they've been able to do in a year in which basically they were dumping salary and rebuilding.
That's right.
And here they are in the Final 8.
And San Francisco will play Seattle. Torn Achilles for George Kittle in that game. We wish him the absolute best on that long road to recovery. And they will go to Seattle on a short week and play the Seahawks. And the Rams and the Bears will play Sunday. They'll get the extra day before that. The remaining quarterbacks who will somehow find a way to the Super Bowl in the NFC. Caleb or Brock? The AFC, Josh Allen and Bo Nix are still alive. We'll talk about this AFC side when we come back.
We're asking people to talk to us about the Super Bowl. Just step inside, tell us your favorite Super Bowl memory.
Super Bowl history. Unbelievable. My goodness. Don't you live for that moment right there?
Love this, that Super Bowl photo memory booth going across the country, capturing the memories of so many Americans of Super Bowl Sunday, as we hope to make more memories with you. 4 weeks from tonight, the confetti will have dropped. We'll be on the field in Santa Clara. There'll be a new champion of the NFL. The Super Bowl turns 60 in 4 weeks here on NBC. And in the AFC, we now have 5 teams alive. The Chargers and Jaguars eliminated today. The Texans and Steelers play tomorrow night in Western Pennsylvania. And we do know that the winner of that game will come here next Sunday, time not sure yet, to take on the Patriots. Chris, the one we do know in the divisional playoffs in the AFC will be a reprise of last year. Buffalo hosted Denver in an early Sunday game. Bo Nix on the road. They lose that game. The Bills won. Now Buffalo has to go to Denver to take on the #1 seed Broncos.
Yeah, and really a completely different game now because Jacksonville had been so hot offensively, right? And so Josh Allen and company had to go down there, try and match points. They did come out of there with the win. Now they go to Denver. A little different weather out there. They're probably used to coming from Buffalo. But that defense of the Denver Broncos, we can talk about Bo Nix and the offense all that we want. But it is really Jonathan Cooper and Zach Allen and Nick Bonito and all Pat Surtain, all those guys on that defense that if they're going to win it all, which is the #1 seed, you got to pay attention. The 2 #1 seeds both have great defenses. Yeah. So what are we going to see in these playoffs, right? Are we going to see some quarterback, a Josh Allen, throw it all around the park and who knows what's going to happen? Or one of these defenses just going to carry them right through to San Francisco in a title?
16-3, 11 sacks. You know what Seattle and Denver doing? They're kicking their feet up all weekend. They were just hanging out, watching everybody right now. Now it's their chance. You have a quick thought on Pittsburgh or Houston against New England in terms of what that matchup might look like here next Sunday?
I would be worried about playing Houston almost against anybody because of the way they rush the passer.
Yeah.
You know, it is just such a fierce rush with those guys off the edge. And, you know, it's still a very young left side of that offensive line for New England. and that one would worry me a little bit.
Now you get to the point, of course, Aaron Rodgers could show up and just go on an Aaron Rodgers run, right? Well, the Pittsburgh side's thinking about that too. You now at the point where you think with all these teams that have won this week, with the 2 of the bye, can you win 2 games? Win 2 games? We'll see you in Santa Clara.
I mean, we've all been saying it's wide open, and believe me, it's still wide open.
Absolutely. Busy week coming up as you get back to your routine starting tomorrow morning. Start your day with today. You saw Hoda Kotb earlier, catching up with all 16 members of the newly announced U.S. Olympic figure skating team. Their first interview as they prepare for the Winter Games in Milan Cortina is with Hoda, and it's tomorrow morning on Today right here on NBC. New England will be a buzz all week. The Patriots won a playoff game, their 38th in their 60th try, and they will host a playoff game here next Sunday. Final, Patriots 16, the Chargers 3. Thanks to Rob Hyland, our producer, our director, Drew Esikoff, our entire great Sunday night team. Except on the West Coast, the news is next with Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, our whole NBC NFL family. Mike Tirico. Good night from Foxborough. We'll see you from somewhere, sometime next weekend.
NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 60. Thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.